with Fosterdamus!
Oh, what's up, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the entry point.
Welcome!
I'm your host, Mr. Keenan. Fosterdamus to my left. We're here at Bare Nose, kicking it, drinking a few. Here it is, giving you your fantasy football advice. We did our homework before we started drinking.
Oh, yeah. Too much homework. My head hurts, guys. It's playoff time. I let you know last week, Mr. Keenan let you know, it's game time. Get your head in the game. We're about to give it to you right now. But we're going to switch it up a little bit this week, guys.
Tell them why.
Let me let you know why. Because it's playoff time, and if you're lucky enough to watch the show all season, you probably made the playoffs, right? So, the deal is, we're talking about the guys that you question. Like, who do I play, this guy or this guy? It's playoff time. They've got me points this season. Should I continue to play them, or is this guy better? We're going to let you know this week, instead of poops and constipated, it's just like, yups or nopes this week. We're going to get on these guys, and we're going to give them big yups or big nopes. But Mr. Keen's going to recap last week for real quick.
Last week was unlucky for Fosterdamus.
13, week 13.
Didn't quite hit very good.
Got me.
Dallas defense scored all right for him. He's been picking these defenses.
That's a poop of the week. That's a poop of the week, guys.
They did all right. He said Sid McFadden. That wasn't a hard call.
Well, no, it wasn't a hard call. Come Saturday, but we said it on Wednesday, so.
Right. You said Blackman over Cecil Shorts.
Oops. Cecil got hurt, though, so watch out for Blackman this week. I'm just saying.
Who else got hurt? Jordy?
Jordy got hurt immediately. Sorry, Nick Eve, about that Jordy play because, Steve Smith was actually a good option. But I said play Steve Smith. No-show is what I said. And he only put up 10 fantasy points. No show, no Sean. Still as worthless as he looks.
That's still double digits.
Oh, yeah.
Way, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you also said start Mike Bush. Well, Forte ended up playing.
Forte ended up going. I thought Big Mike was going to get his chance. That's the Big Mike don't like. You know what I'm saying?
He don't like it.
He don't like that. Mike Bush needs to get out of Chicago, go and sign with them Colts.
All right, so that's in the past.
This is the present, baby.
We're moving on. We're in the present. This is the playoffs.
This is the time. You want to win money? You want to win your league? Brag about it for a year? Or you want to lose?
Fosterdamus beat me last week. Took my 6-game winning streak and just
got him.
Pooped all over it. So now he's going to guide us all through the playoffs. I'm not playing him this week.
Week one. It's week one of playoffs, so pay attention. Can you afford to pay attention? I don't know.
We're going to talk about some receivers. We're going to talk about some running backs like we do. We're going to talk about quarterbacks. We're going to compare.
Compare them all.
Who should you start?
It's Yups
or Nups?
Nups.
Jennings or James Jones? They're both on the same team. What receiver would you start? 2
Packers wideouts this week, and wow, projections are very similar. No Jordy Nelson, guys. So Fosterdamus, gonna roll with not the man with the top 5 TDs in the league. I'm going with old Greg. You've been fishing in my waters. We're going with old Greg this week. Take him over James Jones because obviously James Jones has been playing this season. Greg just got back. Jones will see just as much coverage as old Greg does. Take old Greg to the bank, baby.
Let's move on to a running back. You got Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis versus Dallas. You got Mikel Shore versus the Packers. Who am I going to get? Who am I going to play to win? I need a running back that's going to win. My running back's got to come hard.
So you got Green Ellis, the law firm, or you got Mikel Shore. Big toss-up guys. They've had very similar seasons, and they're both peaking at the right time. But if you're a guy that drafted one of those guys, and you have Peterson, and you have Arian Foster, or you have any of these guys that have been studs that you knew were studs all season, and you can only play one running back, guys, this week, I told you about his first week. I'm going to tell you about his most latest week. Mikel Shore is the play this week, going up against a Green Bay defense that has given up the run. 104.5 yards a game. Give it to me. Give me Mikel, because Detroit's playing for nothing but pride right now. Mikel, 104 and a touch. LeShore.
Nice. Now we're going to move on to quarterbacks. We gave you wide out. We gave you running back. Now we're going to go quarterback.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm guessing we're going to go tight end.
We may. We might. We just might. We just might.
So you got your boy Cam the Man, who's been on fire the past couple weeks.
He's hot.
Or are you going to play Matthew Stafford? Which Matthew Stafford is also going against the Packers as well.
Right, exactly.
And Newton is going against Atlanta defense
at home.
So who do you take? Who do you take? You got Newton projected about 2.5 points more than Stafford. Am I going to start? Am I going to go with projections? What am I going to go with? Tell me.
Well, let me kick this off with thank you, Brent K. from Floyd Niles, my man Brent Kowicki, come up with this question. And he's got another one coming up too. But Brent, for you, this week, wow, Calvin's came alive. Wow, Detroit scoring points, fantasy points wise, they're doing well. But this week, if you remember, when Carolina was in Atlanta, that was Cam Newton's second best scoring week. Now they're at home, bro. Now they're at home. So here is your answer this week. If you're coming at me, I'm going with Cam the Man over Stafford this week. More fantasy points gets you into the second round of the playoffs, baby. Cam.
Nice. I like it.
By the way, Brent, I'm playing Cam this week too, brother. Let's ride.
Now we'll move on to tight ends. I got Greg Olsen.
Right.
Kyle Rudolph's on the waivers.
On the waivers, wow.
Who am I gonna play? Am I gonna make a move? Am I gonna make a move?
Is there a move to make? Wow, it's kind of a toss-up type of deal with Olsen or Kyle Rudolph. Ponder, when Percy's been out, seems the only person he can find on the field is Kyle Rudolph. When you have the great and godly Adrian Peterson behind you, you shouldn't have to throw that much. However, Cam Newton has woken up Greg Olsen of late. It's time to wake up, Greg Olsen. He's going to have a great week this week. But if you're going to twist my arm and it's playoff time, I got to give you the facts. Percy's out. It's Rudolph the red-nosed tight end. It's Kyle's time, baby. Kyle Rudolph. It's Christmas time. Go with Rudolph, baby.
Let's move on. Let's move on to a defense. I know you've been hot on these defenses.
I've been hot on these defenses. Hot.
So, I got San Francisco. San Francisco is playing Miami.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got Seattle playing Arizona.
Right. These are two defenses that have been spectacular this season, folks. Dominating, getting your points, winning your games. Two defenses that have been killing. Well, guess what? Guess what? Here comes, ooh-wee, Seattle or San Fran. What do? Both great. Bruce Irving. But you got suspended Adderall boys.
Yeah.
In Seattle. Been taking them Adderalls to get all excited. And then maybe take a Viagra to get all excited too. You never know with these guys. However, I'm going with, I said never sit them again, San Francisco 49ers. They make up for that stupid loss. Made Fosterdamus look dumb last week. Made me look real smart this week. Go with San Fran, baby.
I hear you, baby. I hear you. Now you got Steve Smith against Atlanta. You got Stevie Johnson against St. Louis. Stevie's got that coming off a little bit of hamstring, little hammy issue.
Well,
we need to know who would you play? Are you going to go with Stevie?
Well, Stevie Johnson has yet to play this week in practice,
right.
Per se. He's not practiced yet this week. The hammy's bothering him. With that said, regardless, I'm going to go with the quarterback that's throwing the ball with a hot hand. And Steve, the miniature mini-me, Mighty Mouse, Smith.
I hear you. I like it.
Stevie Smith, baby. The guy is in the top 12 all time in his career thus far. He's catching passes, catching balls. Don't matter who's throwing the ball. Jack Del Home, Jack Del Rio. They don't care who's throwing in the ball. Steve Smith. And he's going to fight you.
We're going to stick with. I'm going to give you another wide out question. People got flex positions. People got two wide outs.
You got two wide outs. You're playing 2 or 3 wide outs.
Maybe three if you're strong. And if you're strong and you got Julio Jones and Eric Decker and you got to sit one,
ooh,
that's a tough question. Decker's been you know, Decker hasn't been around lately.
Neither is Julio, right?
Neither is Julio. So who am I going to start? Because I got to start one of these two guys.
Well, when you're looking at Decker or Julio Jones, I break it down like this because this is how Fosterdamus likes to do it.
Just like that.
Okay, just like this. Pay attention. Can you afford to pay attention? Give me some money. I'll let you know if you can afford to pay attention. What I'm saying is, this week, Denver plays Thursday night. That is tomorrow. That is tomorrow. Hopefully you're watching this before tomorrow. That is tomorrow. Now, history has shown itself. Fantasy players don't always perform the best on Thursday night. Anybody, Thursday night's like a oopsie type of, ooh, we didn't prepare enough, or we just going to donk it out on Thursday night. Unless it's Thanksgiving. Unless it's Thanksgiving.
Right.
Because they're giving thanks.
Well,
Needless to say, it is not Thanksgiving. It is going to be a Thursday game. I'm taking Julio down by the schoolyard over Decker this week. If you have that option, ride with Julio. They've both been subpar per se. You got Demaryius Thomas dominating. You've had Tony G dominating in Atlanta, taking all the catches, all the snaps, stealing it from Roddy and Julio. But I'm taking Julio this week, and mark this one down, Mr. Keenan. Mark it down as Fosterdamus' duo pick of the Yups a week. Mark it down. Julio, 105, 2 touchdowns this week versus them Panthers.
105 and 2 TDs.
Write it down for me so I remember.
105, 2 TDs.
2 of them. Watch it.
Nice. I want to stick with these wideouts right now, man.
Okay, let's talk. The wideout is the scariest position when it comes to the fantasy playoffs. Because is the quarterback going to target your guy? Is the defense going to double? Is he going to get thrown to?
9? Is he going to get 9? Is he going to get thrown to him? 9, maybe.
Is he going to get 9 thrown to him? Is he going to get none thrown to him? What defensive coverage is your wideout going to see? You never know. It's what we do for you. Pay attention.
Denario Alexander is up against Pittsburgh's defense. Pittsburgh's always been a defensive team. Always. They just won without Big Ben. They won with Charlie back. So that makes them scary. They even won against Baltimore, which that makes it like Pittsburgh is for real.
Pittsburgh is for real.
Am I going to play Denario Alexander, or am I going to play the guy T.Y. Hilton from Indy
Homer
against Tennessee's weak defense? Who
Let's
am I
see.
going to play out of them wideouts?
Let's see. Well, Denario and T.Y. both have been waiver wire pickups to lead you towards the playoffs. I've given you T.Y. a few weeks, guys, just to let you know where we've been. I told you about T.Y. out of Florida Atlantic University. However, Denario Alexander is 6'7". Big possession guy.
Big boy.
Big time player. If you got them both, if you were lucky enough to snag both those guys, if you paid attention to
Hopefully you're in a keeper league.
Hopefully you're in a keeper league. Exactly. Keep them both. What are you going to do? Hopefully you got your game face on this week, and you got Fosterdamus in the house, and you're going with the Homer, the Fosterdamus, T.Y. Hilton, baby. Andrew Luck last week, 4 passing TDs. T.Y. didn't get one, and still put up 16 fantasy points. What's that tell you? Fosterdamus has got its game face on. Pay attention.
Now, that was a question from Nick Gillen, by the way.
Oh, thank you. By the way, thank you, Gilly Gill.
And keep the questions coming.
Nikki
on
2
Facebook.
States, Gilly, the man, the myth, the legend, Gildo Baggins.
Another Facebook question.
Yeah.
One from our boy Willow.
Whitlow getting
about,
down.
He's in a little debacle here.
Willow's having a debacle. Willow just learned how to play fantasy from us, and now he's in a debacle.
Now is he gonna play Dougie Doug that we love? We love Doug.
Doug.
Or is he gonna play that new guy?
That new name.
Since Shady's out,
That
Bryce
new
Brown
name.
has been killing.
No Shady McCoy. Bryce Brown has been murdering, dude.
Who you gonna play?
Bryce Brown.
You got
well,
Bryce
the thing
Brown,
is,
Bryce Brown's projected 15.5. You
Okay.
got Dougie Doug Martin projected 20.
Let's see.
That makes it. It's like, you think you want to go with the hot guy, right?
Right. You want to go with the hot guy, right?
But now it's a good one. I like it.
It's a great one. Thanks, Whitlow. Thanks, Whitlow. Keep pouring me them drinks, son. What I'm saying is, with Doug or Bryce Brown, you got a couple of toss-ups there. But here's the key. They're playing each other, guys. You got Tampa Bay versus Philly this week. Philly is subpar at best. I'm pretty sure I could field a team of friends to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Therefore, I'm riding with Doug Martin this week over Bryce Brown. Easiest pie. Yep. Right. Let it roll.
This is my favorite one. I saved the best one for last.
Best for last, it says.
On your way in the Richter scale here, man. You know, you had Peyton Manning leave Indianapolis, and he went to Denver.
I cried over that.
And
a grown man doesn't cry very much. I cried when Peyton left.
And now you got Andrew Luck being a beast.
Andrew Luck's a beast mode man.
If I'm a Colts fan, like we are, you might just have both of them on your team. Who would I start this week?
This week, wow. And like I said previous in the show, if you're paying attention, I don't like, Fosterdamus doesn't like starting players on Thursday nights. So this week, if you want to win and you want to pay attention, Luck puts up way more points than Manning this week. Look at his 40 last week. He might even duplicate it this week. Ha ha ha! Andy! Andrew, baby.
Nice.
I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. We got luck.
We're gonna segue. We're gonna keep it moving up in here.
Keep it moving.
Last week, Fosterdamus went. What'd you go? 10-4.
10-6 last week.
10-6 last week.
Oh yeah, 10-6, baby. It was a little bit off, but I got some heat coming for you. But I'm still winning you money. I'm winning you money. Pay attention.
This Thursday, Denver, Oakland. Who do you like?
This Thursday, Denver, Oakland. I'm still going to go with Peyton Manning, obviously. It's easy. Denver, heavy highlight. What's your highlight, Mr. Keenan? It's easy, but I'm not saying he's going to have the greatest game. Not the greatest game, he still wins.
And, yeah, I mean, I don't see how they lose that game.
No.
They lock up. They're going to be locking up home field advantage.
Close. It's getting close, but, you know, we got to keep it going.
St. Louis, Buffalo.
St. Louis, Buffalo, easiest pie. Who cares about that game? I do. Buffalo. Woo!
Dallas at Cincy.
Dallas at Cincy. Law firm, Green Ellis. A.J. Green missed out last week on his TD streak. Gets it back this week. Red Rocket. Yum.
Kansas City at Cleveland.
KC at Cleveland. Wow. They busted their nut on Belcher's death last week. Brady Quinn gets raped this week. Cleveland Thugsters.
Tennessee at Indy.
Tennessee at Indy.
The Indy defense.
I love Indy's defense. I told you before.
Are we going to have a poop this week?
Well, we weren't doing poops this week, but this is 2 poops. If you've got Baltimore's D, they need to sit down this week against RG3. I feel like I'm rhyming, Mr. Keenan.
It just happened. Freestyle King.
Freestyle King. If you know me as that, then you know what time it is. This week, I'm taking the Colts. No-brainer. Heavy highlight. That's at home. We dispatched you at Tennessee. We're going to dispatch you with the defense this week.
The Colts need to bring it back to how we used to just handle Tennessee anyway.
This is how we
Tennessee,
do.
The Colts used to just, who cares?
Even when Steve McNair was there. Even when Steve McNair was there, we dispatch you.
Chicago and Minnesota.
Chicago and Minnesota. Ooh, wow, this is a hard one, Mr. Keenan. It's the toughest one of the week. Toughest game to pick of the week right here.
I like it too.
No Urlacher. No Peanut Tillman. No Percy Harvin. Guess what? I'm going to go with the home team Vikings. Ponder finds a way, and all day AP is there. All day long. Get a taste.
Nice. San Diego at Pitt.
Wow. Hey, guess what? Remember this. If I said this before, Philip Rivers, I hate you. I hate you, Philip Rivers. They're going to tear you up. Troy P, heavy highlight, no chance. Pittsburgh.
Philly at Tampa Bay.
Philly at Tampa Bay. We've been discussing Bryce Brown. We discussed Doug Martin. But I'm going to ride with the team that has a chance to make the playoffs, and Josh Freeman and Mike Williams and Vincent Jackson and company, Dallas Clark, former Colt. Get it. Get it.
Baltimore at Washington.
Baltimore at Washington. I told you to sit down that Baltimore D. The only constipated thing I can give you this week is we switch it up. Sit their defense down. Here comes RG Thrizzle. Beat down. Beat down at Baltimore. Beat down of the week. Heavy highlight. Is that the third one, Mr. Keenan?
Oh, that is the third.
3 of them. I'm going to have one more for you. One more. It'll be 4.
Atlanta, Carolina. Is that
Atlanta, Carolina. Not one of them. Not one of them, but I'm taking the Panthers, baby.
Ooh, another home team. I hear you. Jets at Jacksonville.
Jets at Jacksonville. Heavy highlight. They don't know what they're doing in New York. They have no clue. Chad Henne knows he's trying to play for a contract and some cash. Throwing the ball to Cecil, who might be hurt, but Justin Blackman has to show up better than last week because he sucked it up. Jaguars.
All right, Miami at San Fran. Is that
Miami's at San Fran. Easy money. Go and give me another heavy. Let's go 5 and 5 heavy highlights. I missed some last week, not this week. Miami, Chad Henne, no chance. You're San Fran. You traveled all that way to get your booty kicked.
N.O. at the Giants.
Not only a clap at the Giants.
Both teams need a win.
Both teams really desperately need to win. Guess what? The better team's going to win. New Orleans.
Ooh, that's tough. Woo. Arizona at Seattle.
Arizona at Seattle. Easiest pie. John Skelton started, not Lindley. Doesn't matter. You're at the Seattle. You're at the 12th man. Deal with it. Seahawks.
Detroit at Green Bay.
Detroit at Green Bay. Easiest pie. Detroit's trying to disrupt what Green Bay's trying to do to make the playoffs. Mikel Shore has an awesome game. They will put up points. Packers win in the end.
That's right. I
playing my song for the Monday Night Football game.
That was Sunday night. Now this is Monday night.
This is Monday night. Go ahead, play me in. Play me in. Go ahead.
This is Monday night.
Play me in for this one.
Houston at New England.
Houston at New England?
Monday night.
Wow. Monday. Bum, 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 bum. They had to play Kid Rock for me on this one. Easy. Arian. Foster. You can't stop him as my cousin. Houston.
I disagree with Fosterdamus on that last pick.
He loves the pass this week.
Because New England is in, they always come into form right now. Right now is New England's time, and they're going to be there and watch them in the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady's getting a little older, bro. Let's get, Tom Brady's getting a little older.
So am I.
We're all getting older, wiser, getting smarter by the minute. Thank you so much, guys. Bring it back. Thank you, Bearnos, Floyd Knobs, Bearnos in general. Thank you for having us. Let's keep it going. Fosterdamus, Mr. Keenan. Deuces.